Hello, gorgeous soul, and welcome to this epic podcast. This is a place where you are encouraged and you have absolute freaking permission to unapologetically go after all of your dreams, all of your visions, all of your things on your vision board, like everything that your heart desires. I'm your host, Angharad, the High Vibe Babe, and I believe that we're all in this life to expand and experience our wildest dreams. If one of us can have it, then we all can. So that is the aim of this podcast. Each week I'll either be going solo or have guests with the aim to inspire, uplift you and give you the tools for you to live your most epic AF life and business possible. You can find me on Instagram with the handle @HighVibeBabe. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey babe, Angharad here, High Vibe Babe. Who here has ever felt like they have had a really strong yes on something when they want to invest in themselves financially with their time, their money, and the energy, like to hire a business coach or to get into the group coaching program or to do a certification or to get in the mastermind? Who has felt like a absolute hell yes from your guides, from your intuition, from your authority if you're into human design? Who has felt that but then gone, I don't know how that's possible because it's just not, for like X amount of reasons between the time, the money, and the energy, it's actually just not going to be possible for me. I don't understand why I'm getting such a strong pull towards this thing when it's not currently possible for me. And who's felt like this, and then who's let that stop them, right? Because I think pretty much all of us have done that in our lives. We've felt this strong pull to this thing and we just like, it just doesn't make sense. There's no reason why. It's outrageous that there's no way it's going to be possible in my life. And what I really want to speak to is if you're feeling like this, you're going to really resonate with this, because I really believe, if you're not really familiar with me, then I'm all about manifesting. I'm all about the energetic stuff. I'm all about the alignment. I'm all about all the beautiful, amazing spiritual intuition, all the things, right? But I'm also very human. I got bills to pay. I've got a family to provide for, all the things, right? And I also have like an accounting background, so I get the like need to have it all lined up and have it all paid, and like, you know, the fears of whether you're going to have money for the bills. Like, I get those things. I've literally lived that. And so my passion really is bringing the two together, bringing the human strategy and the energetic alignment together to create like our fulfillment, to create our impact, to build our businesses, to create a beautiful life, a life that really serves us, right? So what I really wanted to say to you is that in the past, if you have been held back because you are getting such a strong yes, your head is like, no, we don't actually know this. This makes no, you think you know, but you don't, because then like, how are you going to pay the bills? And like, how are you going to have the time for this? And like, how are you going to explain this to your partner, to your husband, to your mother? You know, your brain is just like, la, 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 la. Let's sing about this. And like, should we, you know what? Why don't we sit down and actually think about this for a second? Because I'm pretty sure after thinking about it, you're going to be like, how is this going to happen? Are you reasoning? Yes. Right. Okay. So I have a twofold thing. And the first part I was actually intending to talk about, but now that I've started talking about it, 1000% is relevant. Well, you know, all of those things, all the head going, no, all the reasons why is actually our subconscious programming, right? It's just trying to keep us there. It's our ego, it's our fear, it's the conditioning, it's all the things that have kept us where we are. So it wants to keep us in our bubble, right? So all the fears, everything will throw absolutely everything at you right before you're trying to take a massive leap, because it's like, we don't know this and we could die. Okay, so it's trying to keep us safe, okay? So that's the first part. So if you are aware of mindset and subconscious programming, all the things, and you know, like the affirmations, you are in control of your life, and you to grow and expand, you have to grow and expand. You have to step out of the comfort zone, right? So you're like well aware of this, right? But the second part I want to say is, which is the real point of this live, is add some manifestation in there. Okay, when you have that lag, you know how you have like the intuitive, I know I need this. There's no logical reason why, because my logical brain is like, calm the fuck down, girl. Like, you know, when you've got that battle, that internal battle, so you've got a lag between, you know, this is right for you, and your human is like, nope. you've got the lag, right, between and certainly the mindset stuff is going to go so far with you telling yourself that you're abundant, that things are going to flow, and that this is meant for you and you can make it work. And because I do believe that we will always be able to make it work when we're so cool for something, when we're aligned, that we're 1000% will be able to make it work. So I totally believe that it's all going to line up. Everything will line up all at the same time. I totally agree with it. However, I'm also a manifestor in human design. So manifesting pretty much comes second nature to me, which I'm now starting to learn how to describe it to other people, because it's not something that I really knew was special. I just thought it was kind of how everyone lived. Turns out not necessarily. So that's cool. So here I am adding my 2 cents, right? So how we can bridge that gap, how we can fix that lag is we allow our human brain to go, okay, I am being called to this. This is my intuition, right? So I'm going to sit here and embody it, that I am doing this thing, and I will be a no matter what person, and I will find the answers. I will, every time a limit comes up, I will know this is a limit, just my subconscious programming. I will allow myself to feel the feelings, to feel into the fear, to allow it to be present, to allow it to show me where I'm able to grow and move through it. So you can move through it strategically with the mindset stuff, with the everything, right? That's your strategy side, and your manifestation piece is you're holding on to this. You have been told by your internal guidance system that this is the right thing to do. So instead of playing it small and sticking to where you are, you continue. Your main dialogue, your main connection, your main focus is that this thing that you've been told is the right thing for you will happen. And you are the tool. You are there to navigate through all of the little cones to find out what you need to fix, what you need to just dump off the bridge and be like, piss off, what you need to shift around and reorganize. Maybe you have a different masculine structure for your time. Maybe you need to put your child into daycare. Maybe you need to take your child out of daycare. Whatever you need to do, you're going to navigate it until all of the ducks line up, right? All of the things line up in a row, everything lines up, and then that's when you get into alignment, that's when it happens, right? And that really is a massive piece, because I'm going to be sharing about this some more, but I was presented with an opportunity, something I was actually manifesting, but, didn't really know at the time, to do something. I really wanted to invest in something this year, but I didn't have anyone that I really trusted or they knew even did this sort of stuff. And I was like, this is what I really want to have for 2020. This is just something that I want to have, and I'm going to share about it in a few days' time, but this is what I want. And then someone I know who I loved and trusted then announced that she's doing this thing. And I was like, yes, this is amazing. I already know it's the right thing for me to do. 1000% have literally been waiting for this. You just know, and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you're like, okay, cool. So you scroll down, see the price, and you're like, I think I'm actually going to die and go to heaven right now. Because you're like, this is just not possible for me. But honestly, my internal guidance system was just like, yes, 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 this is for you. And I'm like, well, the current human limitation says it's not. So what I decided to do, instead of that being my current limitation, instead of focusing on it, instead of that being my limit for the rest of my life, which I knew damn straight, I want to grow, I want to build the business, I want to expand myself, I want to learn more about myself, I want to learn more about, I want to upskill so I can feed more into my clients, right? Literally, this is what I'm freaking here for. Then I'm going to be a no matter what person. So I became a no matter what person. And through that process, you shift what is not lining up. You allow the ducks to line when things feel really hard, when you have a lot of emotions, when you have a lot of physical blocks, when you have a lot of people in your life saying no or whatever. Still hold your dominant vibration of trust, of abundance, of that you're being guided, that you're exactly where you're meant to be, right? And that your desires are God-given, and they're your right to live and to live out and to receive and to enjoy and everything. This is all for you. Everything is for you, and you hold on to that dominant vibration no matter what. You're a no matter what person. You're not as long as person, as long as I have the money in the bank, as long as my partner's happy, as long as I have enough time, as long as it fits in with my current business. Well, there's always going to be a reason why that's not going to be good enough. There is always going to be a reason why it won't fit into those categories. However, when we have the mindset of I am a no matter what person, I will shift everything in the way I will allow, I will trust, I will sit back and receive the answers, the way forward. It doesn't always have to be all masculine. It doesn't have to be all organizing. A lot of it really is in our feminine. A lot of it is leaning back and trusting and going, I surrender. If this is for me, it will be for me, and I am happy to do whatever it takes to get this thing. That is how you get the thing that's a massive stretch for you. That is how you grow. That, because in the beginning, when $100 is a massive investment for us in the beginning. Hell, even $10 can be. And now I'm looking at investing pretty much multiple 5 figures into my business, and I'm like, how did I get here? Because, and how is all of the things I just said, right? Because it's continual growing, continual showing up, continually being the person, embodying the vibration that you need to be to receive the things back. Like, the radio frequency, you put out the radio frequency that you want to receive back. So that is about your dominant vibration. Be the person you want and desire to be, to have the things that you want and desire to have. I love you so much. I'm sending all of the vibes. Let's see you soon. Bye. If you have enjoyed this episode, I would adore if you would screenshot it, chuck it up on your stories with your favorite takeaway moment, and tag me at Hi Vibe Babe on Instagram so that more people can see this and get this content and get this message out there to really shape and change and impact other people's lives. Do you desire to be around more high vibe women who really get you, who encourage you, who support you no matter what? Yeah, well, guess what? I have a place that you belong. It is called High Vibe Babes Community. It is a free Facebook group, and I would love to have you in there. There are so many free trainings and epicness in this group, so please get your booty in there. It would mean the world if you would subscribe to this podcast, do the reviews, the rating, the stars, all of the things. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to chat with you on the next episode. I'm sending you all of the vibes and all of the love. Over and out from Angharad, the High Vibe Babe.